Wind energy is energy derived from the wind. When there is wind, there is kinetic energy because the air is in motion. Wind turbines are used to capture this energy to produce other forms of energy, like electricity and mechanical power.
There are two types of turbine designs, based on the direction that the turbine spins: the horizontal axis wind turbine, HAWT, and the vertical axis wind turbine, VAWT. The one that we see more of today is the HAWT.
On the top of the nacelle is an anemometer, which measures wind speed and direction. It allows the wind turbine to turn in the direction of the wind to maximize its wind capturing capabilities and allows the blade to change its angle.
Like a typical windmill, the HAWT is comprised of a tower that is on average 20 to 40 meters high. On top of the tower is a fiberglass box called the nacelle. A rotor, which is comprised of 3 blades, is attached to the front of the nacelle. Here, a magnetic rotor spins inside loops of copper wire, causing the electrons inside the copper to flow, creating electrical energy. These electric currents are generated back down the tower through large cables and then into underground cables. These cables bring the electric currents to a substation, where it is connected to transmission lines that transfer these currents to establishments throughout a region. A hub, a steel casting also protected by a fiberglass cowl, bolts the 3 blades and allows them to spin and tilt at different angles. The larger these 3 blades are, the greater the amount of energy harnessed. Out at the back of the hub, in the nacelle, the rotor is connected to a shaft, which is in turn connected to a gearbox. The gearbox is then connected to a high-speed shaft, which is finally connected to a generator. As the wind pushes against the rotor and makes a spin, the shaft also spins, turning the generator.
Wind energy does not generate pollution. They can produce electricity without releasing harmful pollutants or gases. Wind energy has a minimal impact on the environment. They do not disturb any other ecosystems. Wind energy is renewable. Its availability will last up until the end of the sun.
Wind power is a source of energy in times of need. It becomes a source of energy when electrical grids go out. It is one of the cheapest forms of energy. With technology increasing, the cost of residential wind turbines decrease while their efficiency increases.
The fact that wind energy is becoming a more popular source to use means that it will compete with other sources such as natural gas or coal. Wind power can also be a great supplement with other sources for renewable energies, such as hydropower and solar power. The merging of these 3 can generate numerous amounts of energy for vicinity. There is a limited space for wind turbines to gather wind. Wind speeds differ from one area to another, so it will never be expected to get the same amount of wind. Wind turbines may endanger wildlife. Birds especially can be endangered by flying through the wind turbines.
The design of wind turbines may be unappealing to people. Though it may look practical on the outskirts, they may be physically unattractive in a city landscape. Wind turbines are not very practical for home installation. It costs a lot more to have it personally installed in a home.
Noise pollution creates another dilemma. It is the noise that comes from the rotating blades that create a swish hum in a residential home. Wind farm turbines have a sound similar to a small jet engine. They are vulnerable to lightning. The height as well as the material attracts lightning and can damage the turbine. Even if you're like this guy, wind will always be at your service.
But our love is like the wind. I can't see it, but I can feel it.
I'll always remember